As an art teacher, you already differentiate instruction, plan for groups of different sizes, and teach all kinds of creative things. Why not make it a creative pursuit? Hi, art teachers. I'm Liz Brent, and I'm a high school art teacher from the Chicagoland area. If you're looking to get creative by putting your art teacher skills to work, consider hosting paint parties. Because it's different, it may sound tricky at first, but the great thing is that a lot of what you already do is transferable. For example, you lesson plan for class projects, right? Well, in your own creative pursuit, you will use that skill to plan for classes, camps, and workshops. Average workshops may host about 10 to 15 students at one time, which is way less than you are experienced teaching in your own classroom. Think about it. In a classroom, you're used to teaching at least 25 students, right? Well, in your own workshop, you can decide how many students and what age group. As an art teacher, you know how to differentiate instruction, plan for groups of different sizes, and teach all kinds of creative things step by step. These are all things that are necessary to run your own art workshops, and you got a head start. So to put this all together, it is time to plan using the 5 W's. The first W is who. Who do you want to teach? What ages? Kids, teens, adults? Everybody? When I first started, I focused on hosting workshops for adults. My goal was to provide a relaxing space for adults to gather after work or on weekends to unwind. Many of them hadn't done anything related to art since they were school age, so these were beginner level gatherings. The next W is what. What will you teach? Think about what is your strength. When I first started, step-by-step paintings were my go-to, and they still are. So I consider painting one of my strengths when it comes to teaching art, and I knew that was something I wanted to share with beginner level adults. So for you, think about your favorite subjects or your favorite materials to work with, what it is that you like to teach. Is it drawing, painting, mixed media, found objects, play, whatever it is? Just start with what you're strongest at and then design 1 2-hour class around it and go from there. The next W is when. When are you hosting your first class? So look at your availability to pick out a date. And this is going to be a practice class, not something that you sell tickets for or promote online or anything. Now for this test group, limit it to about 10 people so that you're not overwhelmed. You're going to use this class as practice so that you can plan to roll out a paid class in the future. Decide the age group you want to teach and invite family and friends within this age group to test out your class. Use this practice class to take pictures, ask questions, get feedback from the group. This will help you to see what you need to work on when you actually host with other people. The next W is where. Where are you hosting this class? For your practice class, I recommend somewhere free like your home, the park, library. The goal is to not spend money up front while you are getting your practice. Once you have your practice class done, then you'll be able to approach local businesses to ask if you can teach a class there. For example, I got started by contacting restaurants and coffee shops, asking if I can come teach a painting workshop on a night where they were not as busy. By hosting a class there, I was helping them to bring in business at a typically slow time in exchange for free use of the space. The last W is why. There are a lot of whys to consider when starting your own creative pursuit. Not just your own why, but also the why of the people that you plan to serve. Why should someone attend your class? Why should a restaurant or coffee shop choose to work with you? Why do you want to teach? Being able to answer all of these questions are going to help you to make a plan for how to attract the people and the businesses that you would like to work with. I teach workshops because I want to help people get out of the house and into something creative. It's easy to isolate ourselves, so being social with something creative is just good for everybody. I love introducing painting techniques to people of all ages, and I'll make sure that I simplify techniques so that beginners don't feel overwhelmed. My reasons for wanting to teach workshops align with the businesses I partner with. They want to be a space where people can gather, be social, and do what makes them happy. Spend a day in the life with Caitlin Eddington as she shares what it's like to host adult art workshops. She shares everything that goes into prep with helpful tips along the way. We'll link her video above for you to watch next. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss more tip videos just like this. So starting your own creative pursuit as an art teacher can sound scary at first, but remember, a lot of what you already do is transferable. You just have to start. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below to let me know what skill will be your go-to when teaching your own art workshops. See you next time.